You know what they say, more gardens, more reach, more buildings. Let's get hell its own forestry and mine. We'll start off with the mine, which we're going to place exactly there. I don't really have high hopes for the mine because I think we're on quite low elevation as is. But regardless, let's come in and upgrade this. Next, we'll get the forestry build placed down. I've got a bit more hopes for it, but just right in front is an ideal location for it. Ideal, of course, is subjective. Nowhere down here is good to build. Now, unlike the mine build, which is pretty much just going to be its own standalone build, we're going to need to do a little bit of terraforming around here for the forestry to work. Essentially, we're going to need to make some more gardens just to connect things up. So we're going to get this corner piece tucked in just off the back of the forestry's hut. Yep, I think about there will simply do it. That's going to take a lot of clearing out to get rid of all the basalt, but that's a builder issue. Then we're going to get in a T-shaped connector and sit that pretty much there. Before we get in any more schematics, what I'm going to need to do is come out and fill over all the lava here. Then we're going to place down some new type of garden decorations, which classes farms. So we're going to place down a small tree farm, get that into position about there, looking not too bad. And of course, this is exactly what the name sounds like. This is where all the smaller trees are going to grow in. Then we're going to place in a large tree farm, which again pretty much does exactly as you'd expect it to. This is where your mega spruces and dark oak stuff will then be grown on, and we're going to tuck one more small tree farm in just roughly about here. That's pretty much the forestry area then set up. All we need now is some builders to actually come out and, work. They're all still working on cross-shaped gardens at the moment, which is important to continue expanding out, but we are requiring in some shroom lights at the moment, and that's no real issue. We should have quite a few shroom lights being grown within the botany pot, at least until we do get the forestry area up, and then they can supply their own damn shroom lights. The mine itself doesn't seem to have a lot of items required for it, just a lot of cobblestone as we've come to expect. The major thing I'm worried about with the mine though is just how deep down into the basalt and lava that it needs to go. I really don't know how close to bedrock we are at this elevation, and I'm not really expecting the mine to be able to function right. We'll of course construct it anyway and keep an eye on it, but yep, I think this might be a building that we'll create, which is more used just to unlock some more researches than actual function. The Forester's Hut, on the other hand, is going to be an incredibly useful building for us. At level 1, it's your standard blocks required for it, with the addition of the sawmill block also in that list. Yeah, we've got a 2 for build actually, so we get the forestry up and we also get a sawmill integrated in it. Ideal real estate saving. Also at the back of the forestry hut at level 3 we get in one of these gates that only the mechanic can make, which is eventually upgraded to an iron gate, but that's why we then have these connectors come out to lead you around to the forestry parts. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting-ish build to get up. Probably going to be a real pain in the arse one to do, no doubts. Not as bad as this one here. I foresee a lot of issues with the mine. The builders are finishing off and picking up further garden decorations, which is grand, but I want them to move on to those new builds first. Let's get up to the town hall and just switch a few things around. Which I suppose then allows me to show off the new interior to the town hall. It's definitely a lot brighter in here, and that's an absolute bloody shame. But yep, we definitely have a few work orders on the list at the moment. Let's maybe make the forestry hut more of a priority, and the mine of course. Which one was Joanna again? I think she was the builder down to the east. Yep, she was the level 2 builder here. Can we hire anyone else? Melanie, you're going to be the new builder. Melanie is clearly hungry, I see, so is heading towards the restaurant, which is again another good chance for me to then show off the new level 2 upgrade to it. Oh, we have a lot of hungry people in here actually. Right, what's going on? Jolene, the cook, who's supposed to be supplying everyone here with food, is also sat here waiting on food. Yeah, just bloody typical. Right, you come here, take in that steak, just get back to work. I cancelled the garden decoration that Alice was working on, and she has picked up the mine build. I think the only new block within this list are these framed polish andesite ones. That's no issue, I can quickly make them up those. I've also cancelled Natalie's garden decoration, and she's picked up the forestry's hut. Upgrading forester's hut from level 1 to 2. Oh, that is because the forestry's hut was the one from heaven. We had 2 over in heaven and we deconstructed one of them. Oh, okay then. So this building is coming up as level 2 instantly. Oh, that's absolutely fine. It just means that instead of being made out of cobblestone, it's made out of stone bricks instead. And I do see that we have quite a bit of clearing out to do. Yep, give me a second and I will help. I really should test just how close to bedrock we are actually. I really do not have high hopes for the mine working here at all. Right, so we are on an elevation of 32 at the moment. And how far down is this going to go? Just out the way just now, Blue. Let me make some stairs down. Okay, maybe not. Right, I think we'll try that again. I've got some sand to remove the lava. No idea where I had started to dig. Right, it. Let's just do it about here and we'll see how far down this all goes. And there's another builder doing incredibly well over at the colony. Yeah, instead of me wasting time over here doing that, let's maybe just head back and assist these idiots. Yep, I think I see the issue. I really don't want to have to dig any of this out myself, just in case it does interfere with the miner. They can be incredibly finicky. Oh, let's just see then. If I can at least even see the bounding block downwards. No lava here at least. Yep, if I can at least dig down until I see the bottom of the bounding block. Okay, well that's a good sign. Yep, we are pretty much at it. And I'm pretty positive that even that little sharp burst of mining there will probably be enough to break the miner. I think what we'll do is just simply clear all this out just until we see the cobblestone at the bottom. Well, here's where the mine shaft in the middle is eventually going to go clearly. I also did what I said I wasn't going to and just simply dug to the bottom at the mine. So we are at bedrock, a Y of 4. So what, that's a 28 block depth that they're going to be able to mine out? Yes, I don't think that's going to work. Also, Blue, this was really silly of you coming down here because I don't think we can escape now. No. Bloody dog. I think I've probably massively screwed this entire project up before we've even really begun it. I'll maybe just let the builder finish that off. We have a new builder in with Maxton, and he has picked up the job from Ellis and working on the mine. Again, I think I'll just let him clean up the mess that I've made here. Hopefully I have stopped the flow of lava, but we'll see. Sooner or later I reckon we might get up another little message. Stone bricks is quite nice to see because that means that Natalie is making good progress then with the forestry. Although because this is going in immediately at level 2, we might be missing out on the sawmill block to begin with. Yes, that may be an issue actually because I don't think we can place a sawmill block down without it being installed in the hut first. We might need to do that creatively because we don't even have a sawmill option here within our list. That's absolutely fine, we'll worry about that just after Natalie finishes off with the build. That's the forester's hut now complete, and I was also able to get the sawmill build placed in. We can't construct this yet because we will require a level 3 forester to unlock the research for the sawmill, which means we really do need level 3 builders. Natalie is working on the corner shaped garden decoration. It's just the same stuff as the other ones. I think what we'll do then is maybe make a start on upgrading this to level 3 afterwards. If we could get at least one of the builders up to level 3, that means we could come out and upgrade the forester to level 3 and the mine to level 3 as well, which will allow us to then unlock the sawmill build as well as the stonemason build. The garden decoration she's working on at the moment is this one just at the side here. This is interesting. She's maybe just going to leave that shelf on top and just dig all of it out underneath. That could look interesting actually. I might just leave that. Let's very quickly then just help her take out at least the sides around it, and definitely these magma blocks. We have the new builder Melanie just next door, and she is working on the T-shaped garden decoration. That decoration will eventually connect up the two tree farms that we have to either side, so that is definitely a good one to get up. She's doing the same shelf idea as Natalie is actually, so we're going to have this kind of overhang just over the gardens. I will need to see how that looks, but I'm really not opposed to it, so long as it doesn't look too stupid. Maxton is now requesting in some blocks, which means that he must have cleared out his hole. Indeed he has. Didn't mean to fall down here though. But they're a simple block for us to craft, so that should be ample for him. And I can already see them being placed down at the bottom of the mine there. Okay, grand. It looks like Natalie has cleared out the entire area then for the corner decoration. Excellent. I think Melanie could maybe be doing with a little bit of assistance. Lots of Solium ore and soulstone around here. What a shame that we don't need any of it, seeing as we can grow our own. We are now 20% done with the mine. Maxton, whenever he is working, is actually doing a pretty good job. Natalie has started work on the foundations then of the garden decoration, and we do seem to have a forester in as well with Hudson, who is actually working, getting us some crimson stems. Nice one, chap. Soon we'll get you safer, more localized trees for you to chop down, but that's good that you're at least working. And that's Melanie also out constructing, even better. Blue is certainly enjoying herself down here. She's racking up lots of numbers. Oh, I've just had a bit of a thought there actually. At level 3 we get in those new gates at the back here, which only the mechanic can make. And when is it that we can actually unlock the mechanic? What you need unlocks a mechanic build requiring a blacksmith at least 3 levels. And the blacksmith is unlocked once we get the mine up to level 3 as well. So that's a little bit annoying actually. We're going to be held back on the wood automation until we get more of the stone and metalwork automation up. Oh, that's very complicated for no real reason, I feel. I mean, obviously, we could just simply install another forester's hut, which we probably will end up doing. That will give us the 3 total levels down here anyway. But to do it just from one building alone, getting that up to level 3, yeah, that is quite complicated. Tell you what, actually, let's just make another forester's hut. A level 1 building, just as simple as that. It should just float in air there and not have anything underneath it needing cleared out. Yeah, that'll do. I really need to sawmill up for wood automation a lot sooner than later. I'm getting very bored of having to make items. The corner garden decoration looks to be pretty much complete, I'd say. And yeah, I really don't hate that kind of overhang there with the basalt. Adds a little bit of protection from above, I think. And the tea decoration next door is also coming in pretty quick. Good, we'll get them moving on to either a level 3 builder's hut or something else soon. I hear a ghast out here attacking someone, probably the forester, which we've been there, done it already here today, so I would really rather you not. The mine is now at 40%, and there's the corner decoration now done, and Hudson is basically just chopping down anything and everything that he can possibly find. It's fine, we'll get those decorations up eventually, those tree farm decorations. We've picked up the level 3 builders upgrade, and already getting in quite a few deliveries. 105 red nether brick shingles, requiring red nether bricks and waxed blocks of copper. That is 105 waxed blocks of copper we're going to need for that. No, that is a crazy amount, surely not. Right, okay, it's not all that bad actually. 1 block of waxed copper actually makes up 4 of the shingles, so we're We're going to be okay then. I was really worried we were going to have to get 105 waxed pieces. At least it's just copper and not oxidized or exposed, but still a lot. Melanie has clearly finished with the decoration and has picked up the level 1 forester's hut. That's perfect, we'll get that up and then we'll get the summer research unlocked. And we now need to go get ourselves quite a lot of blocks of copper. At least that part is easy enough. Or maybe not, that was only enough for 40 blocks. I guess we'll just need to process all of these copper seeds then. You know what, actually, that was a lot easier to do than I thought it was going to. She now has in everything, just apart from some more deep slate brick walls and brown brick panels, which I think the warehouse should have some of those items, maybe apart from the brown bricks. I think I had to take those out. Yeah, couldn't find them in the warehouse, but they're easy enough to craft, and it was the vertically striped ones we need, so hopefully that's then everything she's going to require. Oh shit, yeah, my paper bit. I might need to rip down all of those. Well, she's kind of done it already. This is what I was using to make up books for the bookshelves, and I'd rather not lose any of this stuff, so I'll just simply take that away and store it all in my own bit. Melanie is requesting in some spruce fences, the sawmill block and some cobblestone slabs.
Easy enough.
And I'm just going to make sure that she's okay to build it out here. Yes, it's just simply going to float in air. That's fine, it won't disturb anything underneath. And once we get the research for the sawmill, we'll come out, deconstruct it, job done. Speaking of job done, we are now 70% done with the mine. I really hope I haven't screwed anything up by digging down in here to help out, but I still don't really have much hopes that this is going to work anyway. We are also now 70% done with the level 3 upgrade to her builder's hut. And yes, I can definitely see a few changes around here. A lot more red, certainly. And we're just simply replacing all the cobblestone walls with the slightly nicer deep slate brick walls. And that's pretty much the foundations now placed down for the temporary forester's hut just at the back. Well, this was a surprisingly easy upgrade to do. We have our very first level 3 build, which does mean once we finally get the mine up here, we can start the process of upgrading it to a level 3 as well, just to unlock some stone automation. Same story with the forester's hut here really, we are 95% done with it, just getting in the remaining cobblestone for the roof, and that will be the 3 total levels we need then in order to get the sawmill research done. And there's the mine. Brilliant. Alright, well I'm very pleased with today's work. That's a lot of progress we've made today.